So I'm in this boat and I'm with 5 other Singaporeans, and we're surrounded by rice, blankets, food and other supplies. And we're making our way through the Burmese Delta. It's 2008 and it's a week after Cyclone Nargis has ripped through Myanmar, killing about 140,000 people. And we're going around giving out supplies, and we come to this first bit of land. This is a picture of the place we stopped. And we got off the boats and we're welcomed by the village elder, who explains that the community have lost about 80% of their people in the previous week, which is about 150 people. So we start giving out these supplies to the remaining survivors. And as we're doing this, there's a young boy in the background. He's probably 7 or 8 years old. And I just noticed him. He looks completely drawn, like the life's been taken out of him. And we asked the village elder, what's happened to this boy? And he explains that this kid's lost his family. He's lost his mum, he lost his dad, he's lost his brothers and his sisters. And I'm standing there and I feel completely useless for a second. We're giving out supplies, but what's a bowl of rice to a kid that's lost all of his family? And as I'm standing there, this lady next to me, she steps forward and she picks this kid up in her arms and gives him a huge hug. And as she does, the blood comes back into his face, he cracks a smile, and the rest of us had a bit of a tear. And we all have those points in life that, things change. That was, for me, one of those incidences that changed things. And I came back to Singapore really wanting to do something different, something for these kids and for other kids that go through these types of disasters. So I sat down and thought, what can I do? What are my skills and my resources? And I ended up organising a trek in northern Thailand. I got my mates together and we went away for 4 days. We stayed in basic villages with no electricity. As a team, we kind of came together and we got sponsored. And we raised enough money to build a school in one of these villages that I visited. And that became Footsteps for Good, an organisation, and something that I organise on a yearly basis. But really, the important thing, I think, was the experience that came from that humanitarian trip. In a humanitarian disaster, sure, we need to rebuild schools, we need medical aid, supplies, other things. But actually, it's the human connection. And what was really important to these people was the fact that as a group, we made the effort. We got there, we were there 24 hours later, and just being there helped to lift these guys' spirits and get them back on their feet. And hopefully that's the essence we have with Footsteps for Good. It's about getting a team together, getting people up on their feet and making a difference when they can. Thanks a lot.